imagine going to work, putting in 40 hours each week, only to find out that the wages you've been earning at your minimum wage job just don't cover your financial obligations? Regarding what you make as an hourly employee, you must choose between paying rent, affording groceries, or putting gasoline in your car for the week. This is a reality for millions of Americans stuck earning on the current federal minimum wage today. As a college student still living at home, it is far easier for me than many others who are living unsupported on their own while trying to balance work and education at the same time. If minimum wage is a struggle to make ends meet, how much more difficult is it to add the cost of college education? Raising the federal minimum wage is a long overdue subject. Currently, minimum wage is $7.25 and has been since 2009. We've been at the same level for over 15 years while the cost of goods and services have drastically increased from levels at the same time when the wage was enacted. The cost of living, which includes rent, food, gas, government mandated healthcare, and other expenses have raised. Working full-time at the current minimum wage means earning just over $15,000 a year, which is just below the federal line of $16,320 for a single person. It is hardly enough to support a single person. Even families with two incomes, the estimated earnings aren't sufficient enough to be able to provide basic necessities, much less the added cost of child care so that both adults can work. Raising the minimum wage is essential to providing equity, fairness, and economic survival for America's workers. In 2013, the Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago published a study that supported an increase in minimum wage to $1.75 per hour, which was the suggested increase necessary to offset increasing consumer prices. According to a 2024 article in The Hill titled, "Here's What Minimum Wage Would Be If It Kept Up with Inflation" by Alex Marty, minimum wage would need to be increased to $10.50 per hour, which would raise earnings to around $21,870 per year, just to keep up with the rising cost of living. An analysis performed by the Economic Policy Institute has shown that raising the federal minimum wage to $17 per hour by the year 2030 would provide an additional $3,200 per year for the average worker, increasing annual earnings to a little over $35,000 per year. While this may seem like a drastic jump for the hourly earnings, many states have already adopted wage laws for their citizens that pay even more. Examples like states of California, New York, and Washington have not seen the massive job losses that critics predicted would occur in the face of legislation like the Raise of the Wage Act, which would achieve this new level of hourly earnings in incremental steps. Without an increase to minimum wage, America is looking at an increased number of citizens enrolled in welfare programs because they can't